Live from the 607, it's the Ocho Duro Parlay Hour, where we're talking everything going on in the world of sports. Join in the conversation on social media with the hashtag ODPH, because here we go.
Instead of looking deep inside, every word I have to say, keep it simple.
Welcome to an all-new edition of the ODPH podcast. My name is Ken M. Joining me in studio, as always, you know him, he's the co-host. He's the man of 1,004 aliases. I lose track so many times that a new one pops up every week. His name is Padawan J.
Let me talk to you.
And boy, we have a lot to talk about in the land of sports. We're coming off a New York Comic-Con weekend, so trust me, we'll have some more stuff going on the ODPH and Nerd Initiative networks concerning that event, but this one is focused back on the sports and pro wrestling side of things. And if you want to keep that conversation rolling after the show, Pad, where does everybody go?
ODPHpodcast.com.
From the blogs, the social media accounts, the TeePublic store, the classifieds, which has friends of the show, such as 3FM Podcast, Dragon Master Games, Nerd Initiative, and many more. A directory. Pat, how many providers are we on?
236,735.
And your source?
Trust me, bro.
So we're listening to the ODPH on. First and foremost, thank you for checking us out. Leave us a review on your favorite podcatcher. It definitely helps the algorithm of the show, I've been told. So, hey, if it helps, roll with it. Last but certainly not least, we have a fantastic music section that you need to go check out, supporting such groups as Brian Wolf and the Howlers, Second Suitor, Tom Jolu, Floodlands, and Shout at the Robots. And if it's anything else I might have forgotten, because, hey, we do a lot here at the ODPH, ODPHpodcast.com. And if you're still using hashtags on social media, why not use the hashtag ODPHpod?
Should note with Brian Wolf and the Howlers, they got the new album out, and recent news, due to popular demand, physical CD is now available on their store due to popular demand.
I've heard something about that. Okay, so we do have confirmation about that.
Yeah. His physical CD, you can go to his store, which linked to all his stuff on our website, but you can buy the physical CD from his store.
Boom. I mean, that's coming really back into style there with physical media instead of everything on a streaming service or downloadable in X, Y, and Z. But either way, one thing that will never be able to be downloaded is the action that takes place every Sunday during the latter half of calendar years. That is football. We are breaking down the NFL week that was. Week 6 is in the books. We have talk locks and leaps. So, Pat, kick us off.
Yeah, so we're going to start with one of my locks, and that was the Las Vegas Raiders to defeat the Tennessee Titans, which, they did. Final score was 20-10. Geno Smith, 17-23, 174 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Cam Ward, could have been better, 26-38, 222 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, sacked 6 times. Yikes. Tony Pollard led the way for Tennessee. Side note, anytime I hear Tony Pollard, I think of that one TikTok or reel of the woman watching the Dallas Cowboy. Pollard, he's our man. Every time I hear the name. He had 10 carries, 34 yards, no touchdowns. Ashton Genty, surprise, surprise, led the way for Vegas with 23 carries. Holy Christ. 75 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Trey Tucker led the way for receiving in Vegas with 5 catches, 70 yards, and no touchdowns. And it was Van Jefferson for Tennessee going 4 catches, 75 yards, and no touchdowns.
And after the game, Brian Callahan, the coach of the Tennessee Titans, was fired.
I mean, listen, it was either going to be this week or next week because they're playing the Patriots. And, I like to think Vrabel's got that one circled on his calendar.
Oh, absolutely. But unfortunately, this is the way the business goes. In the NFL, you have to win to keep your job.
Yep.
Tennessee has been bad.
Yep.
And granted, Cam Ward is doing everything in his physical power to pull something off.
Yeah.
But he can only do so much. The rest of the team is not really helping out, especially on the defensive side of the ball. No. But this is where the Raiders took advantage because the Raiders' defense was really, really stepping up this game. They were throwing Tennessee off their rhythm. They could not get anything really rocking until the fourth quarter, to be honest with you. And Las Vegas, granted, they did not look amazing, but they did enough to win. Genty finally had a great game, which we've all been waiting for him to have a breakout here. I think this was, you can say it was.
Sure.
But I think for where the Raiders need to go, they need some momentum like this. And that's the big thing to take away from this. They needed a win. This is a very solid win to build something off of if you're going to make a run in that AFC West.
Right.
I'm not saying they're completely out of it. And granted, it's wild to say, but every game really matters in the NFL season. Being 2-4 does not help matters, but it's definitely a step in the right direction if they want to try making a run. It could be too little too late, but the Raiders do not believe in quitting. They just believe in winning.
No, this is true. I mean, like you said, standings, it's early in the season. Anything can happen. Currently, as we record, they are in last place in the AFC West with the record of 2-4. They're right behind Kansas City, though. So, hey, weirder things have happened. You never know 1 week to the next. And Pete Carroll's there. He's the head coach of the Vegas. You know, I like to think it might not be great now. Give it a couple of years. Could turn around very soon.
Yeah.
Looking at the schedule for these two teams the next couple of weeks, you've got the Vegas Raiders who this upcoming Sunday, well, you want to make an improvement. Now's a good time to do it. This upcoming Sunday on the road in Kansas City. Then they're in a bye week in week 8, week 9. They're at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then in week 10, they are on the road playing the Denver Broncos. That'll be a Thursday night game on Prime Video. For the Tennessee Titans, you've got this upcoming Sunday. They are, well, as I alluded to, at home against the New England Patriots. Week 8 is on the road playing the Indianapolis Colts. Week 9 at home against the Los Angeles Chargers, and then they got a bye week in week 10. So, yeah, it ain't going to get much better for the Tennessee Titans.
No, actually, Pat, do you know what the early line is
for the Patriots and the
yeah.
I can look it up.
See, this one Pat alluded to being circled because Mike Vrabel, longtime head coach in Tennessee, no longer there.
Current line is New England by 7.5.
That is very modest, to be honest.
And it's in Tennessee.
Well, that's the whole thing. Vrabel is going to want to show up and show out for this one.
Uh-huh.
There's a little chip on the shoulder, and rightfully so. I mean, if you're a longtime head coach, very successful there, it obviously did not end the way he wanted it to, but he's now back to where I think he is honest to God, he is the prime successor to Belichick.
Yeah, and there's a very good chance this game could be on locally in our area because the only other game on early on CBS this early is the Raiders and the Chiefs, and I'm not entirely sure they're going to show the Raiders and the Chiefs this far east, but hey, you never know.
You never know, but I will say it's quite possible, but then again, there's a lot of storyline with the Chiefs, but we'll get into that a little later.
Yeah, we will.
Next up
was my leap, and that was the Seattle Seahawks to defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they did, winning by the final score of 20-12. Sam Darnold, 16 of 27, 295 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Trevor Lawrence, 27 of 42. 258 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 7 sacks though. Yikes.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne Jr., 12 carries, 27 yards, no touchdowns for Jacksonville. For Seattle, it was Kenneth Walker III, 10 carries, 34 yards, no touchdowns. And then for Seattle's receiving core, it was Jackson Smith. You had him go 8 catches, 162 yards, 1 touchdown. So great day if you had him on fantasy. Mm-hmm. Jacksonville's Brian Thomas Jr., 8 catches, 90 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Well, Jacksonville is coming back to earth a little bit. I think that's the story here. Or you can say that Seattle deceptively is winning. I think they're flying under a lot of radars right now. 4-2 is nothing to sneeze at. And I think in this kind of situation, this is a gritty win for Seattle. Their defense really showed up. For Jacksonville, though, this is a bad loss.
Yeah,
especially at home.
4-1 coming into this game.
Yeah.
3-0 at home.
This was a chance to really, 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 really make some ground up.
Right.
On the Colts, and they didn't. And I'm not saying this is going to come back to haunt them, but this is one that they should have had.
No, they should have, because let's face it, the expectations for Seattle aren't that high.
Right.
Nobody's exactly expecting an MVP caliber season out of Darnold.
Mm.
The running core is what it is. Kenneth Walker III, he's a fine running back, but is he the guy I'm taking, for my starter or backup in fantasy? No, he's the guy that I'm keeping an eye on if one of my running backs goes down on injured list or something, so I'm not starting. And then the receiving core, like, okay, you got Jackson Smith, he's good. Cooper Kupp is there, but he's not really having the season you would expect.
Cooper is not the same Cooper of old.
2 catches, 40 yards for this game. He was targeted 3 times. The rest of the receiving core, besides those 2, A.J. Barner, 3 for 71. Zach Charbonnet, 1 for 13. Elijah Arroyo, 1 for 6. Kenneth Walker III, 1 for 3. And then Torrey Horton, 0 for 0, but he was targeted once. So the receiving core isn't exactly scaring you. So, Jacksonville, I feel, should have had this, especially after the way they performed last week.
Exactly. They should have had this, but for whatever reason, they did not.
Well, I know one reason why. Sacks.
Well,
Lawrence got hit 7 times.
Yeah, that plays a large factor in this. I mean,
Good Lord.
coming off that huge win, they should have showed up.
Cooper Kupp, we're pulling it up, 23 catches, 261 yards, and 1 touchdown. Those ranks tied for 46th in receiving or in catches, 53rd in yards, and tied for 72nd in touchandowns.
Yeah, so
yeah, not good.
Not good, but Seattle, they find ways to win. I mean, I think they're the most underrated team in all the NFL.
They are right now, and it's working out very well for them. Looking at the standings, they are currently tied for, there's a 3-way tie for first place, realistically. San Francisco, Seattle, and the Rams are all 4-2.
Yeah.
Looking at the 2 schedules for these 2 teams in the next couple of weeks, for the Seattle Seahawks, this upcoming Monday, they will be at home against the Houston Texans on Monday Night Football on ESPN. Looks like it's another doubleheader because that's at 10 o'clock Eastern. So
I am not a fan of the doubleheader.
I'm not either. Like, it makes sense that the matchups are great, but
opening night, yes.
Sure.
No issues with it.
There's no reason to doubleheader Houston and Seattle.
No, if you really
put them on 1-on-1.
If the NFL really wants to make some money, put it on Friday night. I know you'll be competing with some college.
They can't.
Well, that's the whole thing.
There's an FCC law. There's like some sort of law going back to like the Kennedy administration. That's why they can't do it until like December. I forget what I'd have to look it up, but there's some law in the U.S. where like they can't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, they have to do something with it because the Monday night thing is tough. That is very tough, especially on the East Coast. But if you're a true fan, you stay up and you watch it. That's why you always get your team coffee mug, and you're good.
This is true. So the NFL cannot broadcast on Fridays due to the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961, which prohibits professional games from 6 p.m. on Fridays and all day Saturday during the high school and college football
Interesting.
seasons. This law was enacted to protect high school and college football from competing with the NFL. The NFL can, however, schedule a Friday game if the start of the season falls on the first weekend of September before the law's blackout period begins. So that's why you don't see anything the first, 2/3 of the season.
Right.
And then once you get after, Black Friday, you start seeing them like crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting.
No, yeah, there's like I said, there's a law in the books.
I just start putting them on Wednesdays. It's fine.
But yeah, so for the Seahawks, you got the Houston Texans this upcoming Monday. Bye week in week 8, week 9, they're on the road playing the Washington Commanders. That'll be on Sunday Night Football.
That
could be a good game. Game after that might not be because, they're at home against the Arizona Cardinals. And while Call of Duty might not be out, but Battlefield sure is. Enough said.
Yep.
Jacksonville, the next couple of games, this upcoming Sunday, 9:30 game, so that means it's overseas. They are playing the Los Angeles Rams. 9:30 it'll be on NFL Network. That game is in Wembley. So, yep, that's an early game. Set your fantasy lineups accordingly. And as such, the Jaguars are on a bye week in week 8. Week 9, they're on the road playing the Las Vegas Raiders. And then week 10, they are on the road playing the Houston Texans.
Some fun games to be had.
Yeah.
The London game should be very interesting. That's almost like a home game for Jacksonville.
Well, yeah, it helps when your owner is very popular and over there because he has a soccer team over there, and they're there 3 times a year.
Well, I was going to say they're very well known with Mr. Tony Khan.
As the video I saw on Instagram the other day,
the Khan family.
The Khan family, yeah. For those who don't know, they own the Fulham football club over in England. But no, as the video I saw the other day accurately depicted, they're kind of like England's adopted team.
Yes.
So then we go to your lock. And you had the L.A. Rams.
Yeah. And they did what I thought they were going to do. And
who we thought they were.
Well, no. Honestly, with Lamar Jackson out, Baltimore is struggling.
He cannot come back fast enough.
Right.
1-5.
I hate saying this, but unless he can mount some crazy run, Baltimore season's done. This one, though, 17-3. Let's break down the stats.
Yeah, so as you alluded to, Rams won 17-3. Matthew Stafford, 17-26, 181 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Cooper Rush, 11 of 19, 72 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Tyler Huntley also got some game time because that's how bad this is going for them. Tyler Huntley, 10 of 15, 68 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. Sacked 4 times, though.
Yeah.
Baltimore for rushing, it was Derrick Henry. And, hey, least he had a game. 24 carries, 122 yards rushing, no touchdowns. For the Rams, it was Kyron Williams. 13 carries, 50 yards, 1 touchdown. And for the Rams in receiving, it was Tyler Higbee. 4 catches, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. And then for the the Ravens, it was Zay Flowers going 6 catches, 46 yards, and no touchdowns.
I mean, honestly, this is what it is. Without Lamar Jackson in this on this team is very mediocre. And I hate saying this. I'm not taking any thrill or haha about this. You take out somebody as dynamic, an MVP from this team. And you take him out, and I'm sorry, Cooper Rush cannot run the offense like he does.
God, no.
Huntley cannot run the offense like he does. There's a lot being asked of Derrick Henry, which kudos to him. He had a great game considering. But that's it. And when your team becomes this one-dimensional, the Rams loaded up the box. And sure, you can let Derrick Henry run for over 100 yards as long as he's not going in the end zone.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the Rams did. They played this very well.
No, they did. I mean, listen, if anyone's sweating this right now, it's that's not a Rams fan or a Ravens fan. Well, it's me. I kind of picked them to win the whole damn thing.
Well, I mean, who would? But that's the whole thing. You don't know with injuries.
Yeah.
Injuries change everything. So you can't. That's the whole thing. If Lamar was there, different story. Completely. But unfortunately, the injuries have happened, and they've hit Baltimore very bad.
And honestly, when it first happened, I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
Well, hamstrings are tough, especially with a mobile quarterback.
True.
If he's not running around the field and using his legs as much, like if he was just a pocket passer, that's it.
Like a Peyton Manning.
Yeah, like somebody that's very, very slow to run. Maybe he's back sooner. Maybe. Right. I don't know. But at the same time, that's what makes Lamar special. He's a dual threat. In this situation, you have to take care of him as best you can. Unfortunately, Baltimore, they had no answer. When Derrick Henry slowed down, and you're probably going, well, you ran for 122 yards. Yeah, no touchdowns.
Yep.
You can run all you want.
Yep.
If you're not getting the ball in the end zone, it doesn't matter.
So, latest we have on Lamar Jackson, and this is from Sunday. Coach John Harbaugh noted after Sunday's loss to the Rams that Jackson is expected to return to action in Week 8 following the Ravens' bye. Ryan Mink of the team's official site reports. So, could be back soon.
Yeah, the bye week is so crucial for them. So, but I'm going to say right now, I don't know how they come back unless they run the table. But that's a tough feat.
Especially when I'm looking at the latter half of their schedule, and it ain't easy.
Let's break it down.
So we'll go through the Ravens. I know I normally do the winner first. I'll do the Ravens first in this case. So they got a bye week this week. After that, I'll run through the rest of their schedule just because this is a whole thing. Week 8, they're at home against the Chicago Bears.
Could go either way.
Week 9, on the road playing the Miami Dolphins.
Should be a win.
Week 10, on the road playing Minnesota.
Could go either way.
Week 11, on the road playing Cleveland.
Should be a win.
Week 12 is at home against the Jets.
Should be a win.
Week 13 is at home against the Bengals.
Should be a win, I'll say. Okay.
Depends on who's quarterbacking at that point.
That's a whole different story.
Because now we're at the end of November.
Right.
Week 14 is at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Could go either way.
Week 15 on the road playing the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'll say either way because usually they don't sweep.
And then week 16 is at home against the Patriots.
They shouldn't win that one. 17
is on the road playing Green Bay.
Same depending on what Lamar is doing.
Week 18 is on the road playing Pittsburgh.
Okay, so out of that whole thing, I think there's 5 definite games they could win.
Yeah.
But
Miami, yes. Minnesota, yes.
Miami and the Jets, yes.
Miami, Minnesota, and the Jets, yes. The rest of them are honest to God toss-ups.
Well, the thing is division. And you never know. Like we talked about this many times.
Yeah.
It's a tough feat. Now,
if
Lamar is back 100%, it is possible.
Sure.
I'm going to say, you want to give me a percentage on this? I'll say 25%.
All caps, italicized, possible.
Yeah, it's possible. I'll say 25% chance they run the table. But realistically, they can't afford a bad game.
I'll say, go ahead.
No, they can't afford a bad game within Division 2. That's the problem because division rivals are very tough to sweep.
I'll say this. If that scenario does end up happening, Lamar comes back, run the table, make the playoffs. I'm not even saying division winner, but even if they just make the playoffs, hand him the MVP. Because you take a team that was dead and on its, death throes, where I don't know if it was legit. I don't know if it was just a meme. Mm-hmm. But there was the thing I saw about somebody asked Harbaugh about players looking up plane tickets after the game on Sunday. Might have been a meme, might not be real. I don't know. I just saw something about it in passing. That like you're going from that point to, hey, we're in the playoffs. That's your MVP.
Yeah.
Hand it in. Don't even bother voting for anybody else.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, if Lamar can pull this off, which if anybody can, I'm going to say he can.
Yeah.
But this is a Herculean feat to pull off.
Yeah.
So if he can get there, great. I mean, I could see them literally coming up a game or two short.
Could be.
In all honesty,
Could be.
but depends. If that hamstring is hit funny, he plants wrong. I mean, that's the scary thing about this. Because even though you have time to recover, do you fully recover when you're playing football and using your legs as much?
Right. Then for the L.A. Rams, as I alluded to, this upcoming Sunday, they are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be over in London. Then you've got Week 8. They're on a bye. Week 9, they're at home against the New Orleans Saints. And then Week 10, on the road, playing the San Francisco 49ers.
So anything is possible there.
This is true. Then we're going to go to your leap. And, well, made a lot of sense. I had the same one. This was one of my other leaps. And that was the Detroit Lions to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, they came up a little short.
Yeah, there's a lot to break down with this one. So let's get to the stats, and then I have thoughts.
So the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Detroit Lions 30-17. Patrick Mahomes, 22 of 30, 257 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jared Goff, 23 of 29, 203 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Jahmyr Gibbs, 17 carries, 65 yards, no touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco led the way for Kansas City with 12 carries, 51 yards, and no touchdowns. Travis Kelce led the way for receiving in Kansas City because, well, 6 catches, 78 yards, no touchdowns. And then for Detroit, it was Jamison Williams, 6 catches, 66 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Okay, so let us take a look at Detroit's record here. Okay. I want to start here.
Okay.
Week 1, loss against the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Week 2, big win against the Bears. But granted, Bears are still coming into their own.
True.
Week 3, they sneak one out against the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Week 4, they beat the Browns. Week 5, they beat a Joe Burrow-less Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
They take the L against the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am looking at this, Pad,
Mm-hmm.
right now, if the season ended right now,
Mm-hmm.
the following teams, are they in the playoffs? Do you see them like true playoff-worthy teams? Okay? Green Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Chicago?
No.
Okay.
They're on the fringe, but no.
Fringe, yeah, but we'll just say if they're fringe, it's a no.
Yep.
Okay, so 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens?
No.
Okay, Browns?
No.
Bengals?
No.
Right now? Okay.
Right now, no.
Okay, Chiefs?
They'd squeak in, yeah.
Okay, so going off that record, 2 teams that they have faced are playoff worthy.
Mm-hmm.
4 are not.
Mm-hmm.
They should be 2-4. They are 4. No wonder they're 4-2. I should say instead of being the other way around. That's the problem with the Lions right now. And I like the Lions. I'm not hating on them, but I'm being very realistic about this.
Sure.
We mentioned at the beginning of the season when they lost both coordinators, there was going to be issues.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this team has come up against a Chiefs team that, let's face it, this is not a great Chiefs team. This is an okay Chiefs team. The fact that they got punched in the mouth as hard as they did and did not have anything really to come back with except, the headline from this game was unfortunately the fight at the end of the game.
Yeah, Brian Branch suspended 1 game for the NFL, which might be might be appealing his suspension. I have not heard word yet.
No,
but it would not surprise me.
No, I think the only news.
No, he is. The Detroit Free Press does have an article. NFL to hear Brian Branch appealed this week. Lions not expecting suspension to get overturned.
Oh, I don't think you can.
He's appealing it, but it doesn't sound like it's going to get overturned.
Especially on Sunday Night Football, to do a move like that, you're not getting appealed. I'm sorry, you're just not. But the fact that Patrick Mahomes is heating up at the right time.
And they've got some players coming back this week.
They've got players coming back, and Travis Kelce at this stage is the lead receiver on them. Like, let's keep that in mind at this stage in his career.
Yeah.
The fact the Lions had no answer for that is alarming.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as everybody wants to tout that the Lions are Super Bowl contenders, a loss like this does give me some pause. But then looking at that record,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's smoke and mirrors, but you have to look at the quality of teams they faced. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem right now with this record of 4-2, because in all honesty, I think it's covering up a lot. And if they get in the playoffs, I don't think this team is going to go to the championship game. I really don't. I think they stumble out of the gate, especially with how well that NFC North has played.
Yeah.
So for this game, they really did not play well on the defensive side of the ball. Goff did okay. Like I said,
Sure.
Goff 203-2 is not bad.
Sure.
But the rest of the team, though, that's kind of the situation, especially that defense, which they have been very healthy thus far.
Uh-huh.
So you kind of have to look at it and go, okay, well, where was the disconnect here? And then
Right.
and then that's kind of the big problem here.
Right.
And on the flip side, I mean, Kansas City is getting hot at the right time, and people are coming back.
Right.
So rumors are that their demise is greatly exaggerated. However, if they did take the L here, they're down 2-4, and I think that season is done.
Right.
So now they're 3-3 with some players coming back and momentum, which, granted, there were some very bad calls, in my opinion, in this game. One of which being a catch that should never have been a catch for Kelsey.
Wasn't there a similar one on Monday that they're like, they called the other way.
Completely. The fact that Kelsey, if I'm not mistaken, had the one in the one every angle I've seen the ball hit the ground, and they gave it to him.
Yeah.
And I'm not buying into the whole conspiracy theory X, Y, and Z. I'm just saying. Very bad game for the Lions, especially with Kansas City not committing any penalties. I think it's the first time they said that happened in 70 years.
At least. It's absolutely bonkers.
It's bonkers.
Accepted penalties, we should note.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
0 that's accepted penalties. So there might have been some offsetting or declined ones, but none of them were accepted.
Either way, Kansas City is now clicking.
Uh-huh.
And looking at that schedule they have, I'm not saying they're coming back. I'm not saying Super Bowl. I'm not saying anything like it. But you have to really keep your eyes on the Chiefs, which we all thought the Chiefs were going to be done. And
so,
they're not.
Quick before I get to that, I went looking through the Lions record, and I dug a little bit deeper around the whole who they beat and all that other stuff. Okay, so you have the Chicago game. You got Caleb Williams and all that. Okay, sure. Division opponent, legitimate win.
Yep.
You had the game where they played the Baltimore Ravens, which, hey, you know what? They beat Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. Lamar put up 288.
Very back and forth game.
Back and forth game. Hey, kudos to them. Legitimate win. Then you had where they went up against the Cleveland Browns. Now, this is the Cleveland Browns team that at this point had traded for Joe Flacco. You know what? Flacco only went for 184, 2 interceptions. They really didn't have anything going at this point. So, you know what? Little suspect in my opinion. And then they had the game against Cincinnati, which, hey, this is the game they had where Jake Browning was the quarterback for Cincinnati at this point. And let's not forget, this is the same Jake Browning that Cincinnati has traded for Joe Flacco for.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, hey, we can't trust Jake Browning. We got to trade for Joe Flacco, but yet you beat him. So, like you said, suspect at best with some of their wins. But getting back to the matter at hand, the Kansas City Chiefs the next couple of games. Sunday, as I alluded, 1 o'clock at home against the Las Vegas Raiders.
That'll be tougher than anybody thinks.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Week 8, Monday Night Football. Circle the calendars on this one, folks. Home game against the Washington Commanders.
Bum, 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 bum.
Week 9, on the road, playing the Buffalo Bills.
Is that still at 4 o'clock?
That is still 4:25.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, that'll be a hot ticket in town if you're up in Buffalo.
No kidding.
That could be.
So you know how the ESPN thing has got ESPN schedule has got like the tickets and tickets as low as.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Kansas City, so they've got the game against Vegas. Tickets as low as $204. The Washington Commanders tickets as low as $168. I'll even go after they got the bye week 10. After the bye week, they're on the road playing Denver. Tickets as low as $148. You can get tickets to the Dallas game, which is looks like it's going to be. Oh Lord, looks like that's going to be on Thanksgiving. Tickets as low as $82. You want to know how much the tickets as low as are going for the Buffalo game?
How much?
$400.
Not surprised.
$400.
I mean, this is the new Brady Manning.
Yeah,
Mahomes and Allen. I mean, as much as I hate saying it's true though, but that's one situation. This is, and in all honesty, that's going to be a make or break game too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because well, we'll get to the Bills in a bit,
we'll get to them in a minute.
But if Kansas City shows up and makes a big statement there, this is going to be a problem.
For the Detroit Lions, they've got a home game this upcoming Monday where they're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll be on ESPN, ABC, one of the two. Week 8 is a bye week. Week 9 is a home game against the Minnesota Vikings. And then Week 10 is on the road playing the Washington Commanders. I'm looking at the second half of their schedule. It don't get much easier, so good luck.
Well, that's the thing. We have to watch Kansas City. And Detroit, we have to see them against real playoff teams.
Yeah.
That's the problem right now.
Yeah.
I hate saying the record's inflated, but the quality of teams they face to get wins it's debatable.
Yeah.
And that's going to be something that's going to haunt them as they go to the playoffs, or as they try getting to the playoffs, because the NFC is a lot more of a tighter playoff race than anybody thinks.
Yeah.
So we'll have to watch and see.
100% true. For the rest of the games in the NFL, you had the Thursday night game where, oh boy, this messed up some folks' parlays, I'm sure. The New York Giants defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 34-17.
Cam Scatterbo, I'm just going to say right now,
There goes my hero.
he has interjected some life into this team along with Jackson Dart. Their 1-2 combo, I don't care whatever you want to call them in the media, but listen, this team is playing with nothing to lose, and they punched the Super Bowl champs in the mouth. And if you don't think Jackson Dart is ready for New York, oh my, I don't want to make this comparison, but I'm going to.
Okay.
He is reminding me a little bit of Phil Simms with a better running game.
Oh, okay.
He has
I can see it.
embraced that city.
I can see it.
And Scatterbo is going to make millions of dollars in endorsements there. Like all he has to do is stay healthy, and he is going to make
Just be himself.
Millions. Yeah,
Follow the Rob Gronkowski method.
Exactly. Which I love how Gronkowski is praising him on every single social media.
I'm seeing
he goes
similarities.
To. Yeah. Oh yeah, completely. But you know what? New York needs somebody like this in that locker room.
Oh God, yeah.
And especially Dart too. I mean, Dart's embracing the amount of confidence that they're showing. And granted, the record's 2-4. It is what it is. But the fact, like, this is seriously a win. We talk about momentum. We talk about teams picking it up. This is something that can help them as they go forward. So listen, huge win for them. Horrible loss for Philly.
Tell me about
Horrible.
Then you had the early game on Sunday where it was over in London, where the Denver Broncos defeated the New York Jets 13-11. So, couple things with this one. Hey, kudos to the New York Jets because, hey, they finally got a turnover in this game. I believe it was they recovered a fumble or something. They got a fumble. The Broncos turned the ball over on a fumble. Jets recovered. So, hey, week 6, they finally got a turnover in their favor. But, hey, if you are listening to this show, congratulations to you. You had more passing yards on Sunday than the entire New York Jets team.
Yeah.
Other thing, pat myself on the back. I almost called it. Almost. But no, here's the thing with the Jets and the passing game, which I couldn't believe this until I was like, this can't be real. Let me look up the box score. Justin Fields, 19-17 for 45 passing yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So you might be saying to yourself, well, I didn't throw for 46 passing yards on Sunday. How do I have more passing yards than Justin Fields? Folks, he got sacked 9 times. For a grand total of 55 yards lost, which subtract that from his 45 yards passing, means the team finished with negative 10 passing yards. Yeah, it's that bad. And yet, when asked after the game about a possible change at quarterback, because you're 0-6, you ain't got nothing going, you need a spark in some way, shape, or form, and, well, let's face it, Joe Namath isn't coming through those doors anytime soon. Head coach Aaron Glenn said, now's not the time.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I will agree with him in this matter.
In Tyrod, we trust.
You don't want to say it in front of the media.
Sure.
Wait till you get to the locker room. Wait till you get to the flight back home. I don't blame him for this. Glenn has been doing everything he physically can without being on the field himself.
Sure.
But the fact that this Jets team has quit.
Oh, yeah, they have.
The fact that you let your quarterback get sacked 9 times.
Uh-huh.
Let me repeat this.
Which I used to do on Madden when I played on easy mode.
9 times your quarterback is sacked. I don't care who you have in that backfield. You could have Tom Brady in his prime.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're still losing this game.
There's just nothing good going for this team. Fields is not good. The running game, okay, you've got Breece Hall, which on paper, oh, you know what? That might actually be good. Folks, he had 22 carries for 59 yards. He averaged 2.7 yards a carry and no touchdowns. For this season, he's got 410 rushing yards. He has no touchdowns, which if you're a fantasy owner, you got to be pulling your hair out by now.
There's so many problems there with the Jets. I know there's, I guess, some back and forth on Instagram. I don't see me personally. I never buy in this whole social media thing. I follow. I don't follow. Who cares?
Sure.
Well, allegedly there's some drama there with him and the coaches, and he wants out. And but here's the thing: at the end of the day, your defense has been playing awful. Your offensive line is atrocious.
Yeah.
So the Broncos should have won by twice as much. This is not a great win for them. This is absolutely
This should have been larger than the 2-point win.
Atrocious for them as a win.
Put up 10 points through the first 3 quarters, and you only put up a field goal in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, if I'm them, I don't even talk about this game. If they did any post conference game interviews, I'd be like, I'm out. I have nothing to say about this. And that's why I like to say I don't even want to get into this. I feel bad for Jets fans.
Oh, I do too.
They had a lot of promise, but man, this is going to get ugly. I'm not saying Owen whatever, but we're in all honesty.
Let's play that game.
In all honesty, that is a fair statement.
So, week 7 next week, home game against the Panthers.
That could go either way.
Week 8 is on the road playing Cincinnati.
Another one either way.
Bye week in week 9. They come out of the bye week with a home game against the Cleveland Browns.
Another one either way.
Week 11 on the road playing the Patriots.
Loss.
Week 12 on the road playing Baltimore.
I'm going to say loss.
Could be.
If Lamar's healthy, loss.
Week 13 against home game against Atlanta.
That's a loss because Atlanta's going to find a way to win that one.
No kidding. Week 14 home game against Miami.
Maybe the saving grace. That could be the season right there.
Week 15 on the road playing Jacksonville.
Loss.
Week 16 on the road playing New Orleans.
A 50-50.
Week 17 at home against the Patriots.
Loss.
Week 18 on the road in Buffalo.
Loss. No, there's only a handful of games.
Yeah.
I
mean, the Buffalo game you might be able to squeak out, but it depends on the situation. Does Buffalo have their playoff scenario locked up?
Yeah.
Because at that point, if they do, they're not going to risk any of their starters getting hurt.
Josh Allen plays one snap and he's out.
Yeah, they'll play maybe a series.
Yeah,
past that,
you get the Maserati. But even in that case, I think that just looking at how they played this game, they mailed it in. Like in my opinion, like this, there was no heart, there was no spark.
100%.
I don't know. Like I say, Glenn, I have no problem with this being the head coach, but I think there's a big disconnect on this team, and I don't know how it gets fixed.
Next up, you had the Indianapolis Colts defeat the Arizona Cardinals 31-27. Is Danny Dimes an MVP candidate?
Yes, hands down.
212 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
If I may take a victory lap,
okay.
Remember I said this on the pre-show.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did. I said you give Danny Jones a line, and he's going to be a lot better than anybody thinks. And everybody looked at me and was crazy.
1,500 yards passing, tied for 7th in the NFL. It's hard to believe there's 6 people higher than him. Excuse me, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
I will say,
and he's number 1 in QBR.
I will say this: I don't think he will win because you have Jonathan Taylor in that backfield, who could make an argument himself. But I think there's one other quarterback ahead of him right now, which we'll get to in this recap.
Okay.
So
I'm just waiting on the Colts to come back down to earth. Some of their fans, if you pay attention to sports media, you know who they are.
Oh, exactly. But
are riding a wave, and deservedly so. Hey, they're playing really good.
Deservedly so.
Super Bowl, calm down.
No, I listen. Unless I see Danny Dimes in the AFC Championship game, I'm not buying it.
Okay.
I'm serious. Right. I think the AFC is too stacked. I think if they have to run into Kansas City first round, Kansas City beats them.
Probably.
That's the thing. I think Danny Dimes might be in over his head, but let's see how Dimes does.
Could be. You had the Los Angeles Chargers beat the Miami Dolphins 29-27.
The fact they had a rally to win this, that says everything I need to know about the Chargers. Dolphins are disarray. McDaniels needs to go.
Fun fact, NFL head coaches in capri pants this Sunday, 0-2.
Yep.
Then you had the Pittsburgh Steelers open up on you-know-what on the Cleveland Browns, 23-9.
Their season's gone, too.
Yeah.
The Browns, the quarterback carousel, but the fact that Aaron Rodgers at 80-85 is beating you as badly as he is.
Hey, listen, the Grandpa Bowl taking place this Thursday.
Aaron
Rodgers versus Joe Flacco.
It is.
Oh boy. Sorry, Dre. Then you had the Carolina Panthers beat the Dallas Cowboys 30-27.
Where is Rico Dowell coming from?
239 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah.
Good Lord, talk about a revenge game.
Yeah, he's been on a tear lately. So, listen, kudos to him. I don't know where he got the spark from. He never had it in Dallas, but
Yeah.
he came with it. And for this one, and granted, it was an ugly win for the Panthers, but they will take it any way they can. 3-3 on the season.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
But Cowboys bad loss, very bad loss.
Then you had the Green Bay Packers beat the Cincinnati Bengals 27-18.
A lot closer than this should have been. But but listen, Flacco did everything he could for this. So, you know, what are you going to say? Cincinnati, they're spiraling right now. But
Without Burrow there, yep.
well, that's the whole thing. Burrow makes that offense go. I mean, they don't have Browning is not on that level.
Yep.
And the fact they went out to get Joe Flacco, I mean, that says the
It's
state
a
of affairs.
desperation.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. That reeks of desperation.
Then you had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the San Francisco 49ers 30-19.
Baker Mayfield is the MVP right now.
He's my MVP.
You cannot say otherwise. What he is doing with this team, incredible. This is probably the worst game I thought I saw the 49ers play in quite some time.
Yes.
Fighting on the sidelines and all that. I mean, granted,
Not a good look.
They've had some injuries. It is what it is. But,
Yeah, they have.
but I mean, you're getting something out of Mac Jones, which we never thought we'd see.
Nope.
But listen, it's Baker's world. Just give him if the season ends right now, he is the clear-cut MVP. There is no other discussion. Not even Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes would be a runner-up easily. Baker is doing this with nothing.
No.
And he's 5-1.
Then you had the other Monday night game, because we'll get to the first one in a minute, where the Chicago Bears beat the Washington Commanders 25-24.
Gritty win.
Ooh, baby.
Gritty win for the Bears. They need this. They need to show that heart. They need to show that they're willing to go in the trenches and really try getting some extra yards and get in this position to win. The fact they didn't quit, huge win for Caleb Williams, huge for the whole team in general. Bad loss from Jalen Daniels.
Yeah.
Very bad loss. Even though, like I say, the stat line is not the worst.
Yeah.
2-11, 3-1, but still, bad loss for the Commanders.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Then we got to get to our two teams. We'll start with mine, where the New England Patriots beat the New Orleans Saints 25-19 on Sunday. Drake May 18-26, 261 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, only sacked once. Spencer Rattler 20-26, 227 yards passing, no touchdowns or interceptions. Alvin Kamara 10 carries, 31 yards, no touchdowns. Drake May was your leading rusher for New England with 9 carries, 28 yards, no touchdowns. And then receiving, it was Kayshon Boutte leading the way for New England. 5 catches, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then for New Orleans, it was Chris Olave leading the way with 6 catches, 98 yards, no touchdowns. Nice to see the Patriots could win the triple threat match on Sunday.
Yeah.
Some of the worst officiating I've ever seen in my life.
I will give you that.
Holy hell, that offensive pass interference call against Diggs? What the shit was that?
I agree with you. I mean, I thought that they really came up against a horribly officiated game.
Uh-huh.
But listen, it's the Patriot way. They're finding ways to win. Drake May is coming into his own.
Yeah, only thing I think they need to improve on is the run game. But hey, you just lost Gibson for the year. Understandable. I don't understand why they didn't give Travion Henderson more touches. He only carried the ball 9 times for this game, and yet Ramondre Stevenson, 13 carries, 18 yards, averaged 1.4 yards carry.
Because I think at this stage, the game was close.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest.
Oh, it was.
I think Vrabel wants to see what he has in May. I really do.
Could be.
And you know what? And that's not a slight. I really think that Vrabel wants to see if May is the real deal. Like, can you win these tough games?
Yeah.
It's crazy to put it in that perspective, but you have to. Because, like, listen, there's one thing to go punch Buffalo in the mouth.
Sure.
This is the Saints.
Yeah. It's a Superdome.
It's a Superdome. This game is a lot closer than anybody realizes.
Superdomes still ain't easy to play in.
Right. So the fact that they played as well as they did. Now, granted, fourth quarter they did not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But they played very well overall. And
Yeah.
I think this is one of the tests that they really want to see what they have. Because, I mean, everybody anointed Drake May after he beat Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, I understand it. I'm not disputing.
I'm still not putting him in the MVP conversation.
Right, but I know there's a lot of Patriots fans that did. And I know, I know you did not.
Holy hell.
But I'm just saying.
They're still doing it, and I'm like, no, he's great.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great season.
Yeah.
No.
No, but there's certain ones that have a large social media following that have been touting a lot. Which
You mean
listen,
the ones who like to review pizzas?
Allegedly. Which, I mean, listen, I understand you want to celebrate your team. I'm not going to be mad about that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying everybody needs to pump the brakes. Let's see what the kid has.
Yeah.
So far, very impressed.
Well, especially Sunday against the Blitz, 7 of 9, 89 yards. Man-to-man coverage, 7 of 9, 114 yards.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, it's very good. So I think they just want to let him go play. And you know what? That's the smart thing to do. Really see what you have. Because what's going to happen is this offseason, win, lose, or draw, whatever happens to the Patriots, people are going to want to come back to New England.
Oh,
and play.
absolutely. And we might have more than 3 games on primetime.
Yeah. So
Also helps when your offensive coordinator isn't a former defensive coordinator. Just saying.
Yep, very much.
Just saying.
And then, like,
Oh,
listen,
boy.
I'm not going to duck this. You can put a disclaimer if you want.
The thoughts, views, and opinions are that of Ken M. and do not necessarily reflect that of the ODPH. Listener discretion is advised.
So Buffalo decided to choke away another win that they should have had against a team that they completely outplayed for 3 quarters, except this time they decided not to show up.
Okay.
And that might be a confusing statement, you might say, but this is a problem that the Bills had as they took a big L to Atlanta. Because who is Atlanta?
What is Atlanta?
Atlanta got a big dub, and they showed up in primetime where the Bills' defense did not. And I believe it was 6 penalties in the first quarter.
5 or 6, yeah.
So they have the first play of the game, they caused Bijan Robinson to fumble. And they have to take it back because Greg Rousseau is offside. Okay. 4 plays later, they're down the field and scoring. So it's 7-0 there. Josh Allen does Josh Allen things, brings them right down the field, 7-7. And then the second play of the series, Bijan Robinson goes 81 yards to the house in one of the most laziest tackling jobs I have seen in recent memory.
Longest run of his game.
Oh, yeah, completely.
His longest run of the game.
So at this stage, Buffalo is still in this game, but they cannot get anything going on offense. Now, granted, Joshua Palmer did get hurt in the game, even though he had 2 great catches for 60 yards. But the problem was their running game did not get going. Listen, James Cook had a bad game. I understand it was 87 yards.
On 17 carries. So.
But not great. But the fact that they were getting stuffed when they needed those extra yards, when it was 4th and 2, 3 and 3.
Right.
When you're getting stopped like that, that's a problem, especially for a Bills offense that has been lighting it up. But as I go through the stats here, Keon Coleman, 3 for 11 on 6 targets. You have Dawson Knox, 1 catch for 1 touchdown. And granted,
19 yards.
Kincaid was out.
Yep.
Shavers showed up.
3 for 27 on 5 targets.
Shakir, who everybody knows that's who Josh is throwing to, was double teamed.
3 for 33, 5 targets.
Yeah, and the aforementioned Palmer. So something has to give with this team, and they have to switch up and do something different. And the thing that I'm noticing now is when the Bills start hearing all this media hype that we're going to the Super Bowl, XYZ, they take the foot off the gas and they try coasting. And I'm sorry to say this, which I know Bills Mafia will get mad about it. Trust me, you guys have already been mad at me this season. I don't care. I say for my games. You took a team that is at the time 2-2 too lightly. And you thought you could turn on the Josh Allen magic and run crazy. And you couldn't.
You can make an argument the game against the Patriots was they got caught looking past them.
Oh, they did.
It's an up-and-coming team. They've got a sophomore quarterback, new head coach.
They took him lightly.
It's his second offensive system in 2 years, and they've got all these new guys on defense that they're not ready yet, and blah, 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 blah. And you got caught looking. You can't say this with the Atlanta game because, remind me, who's Buffalo playing next week?
They're off.
Bingo.
Yeah, no, that's the whole problem. They should have won this game. It should have been a statement game, except it was a statement for the other way. And the fact that they were within a touchdown in that third quarter and then couldn't do anything, that's the problem. Like, that's really the problem. The defense could not stop anybody. The fact Drake London lit them up for $158, that's a problem.
Drake?
Exactly.
Maybe that's Buffalo's kryptonite is the dude's named Drake.
It could be. I mean, in all honesty.
You look at what May did last week. You got what London did this week.
And I don't want to hear the argument or the nonsense about, well, they're too small. Listen, that's been some argument that some fans have been making. Well, they're a smaller size defense.
Lord have mercy.
Stop. Listen.
Stop grasping for straws.
We had a small defense last year, and we went pretty far. we don't have exactly the monsters of the Midway
No.
in that field. And granted, I understand Daquan Jones was out, Milano was out. It is what it is. Milano's always out, unfortunately. But the problem is the secondary was getting torched, and if Drake London is lighting you up for $158, that is a problem.
I can't help but wonder if you had the New England game where, in effect, they got punched in the mouth.
Sure.
Caught by surprise, caught them off-footed, and then you come into this game, and it goes down the way it does, and they got punched in the mouth again, and they just could not set their feet and get stable. That it's almost like when you got the boxing match or UFC match going on. Two guys go at each other. One guy goes, all right, here's what I'm expecting my opponent to do. Boom, immediately hits him in the mouth, and they go, whoa, what was that? And they're thrown off their entire game. I wonder if it was something similar with Buffalo.
Oh, completely. No, that's exactly what happened. The fact they were down early, the fact that that fumble got overturned,
right,
and Atlanta ran right down the field on them. But the backbreaker was Robinson's 81-yard run.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. Like, at that moment, the game was done. I was on the phone with my mom because she watches the games, too.
Sure.
Shout out to and we were both saying, like, Buffalo had no heart about this, and their defense didn't. And I don't want to hear about, like, the injuries. Listen, every team has injuries.
Yeah.
But the Buffalo secondary played atrocious. The defensive coordinator needed to switch up schemes and didn't. And you relied too much on Josh Allen to bail you out. And you needed somebody else on that team, whether it was James Cook doing screen passes, something. You need somebody to light the spark, because I don't want to hear, like, well, they don't have the true number one. They didn't last year.
Yeah.
And if they had a true number one, it wouldn't matter, because Josh Allen was getting pressured so much he couldn't do anything. He usually is always running around the field like nobody's business. 42 yards, yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at, but he only had 1 carry for 24.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear this nonsense that
And defenses at this point are expecting Josh to run.
yeah, that's
They're
the whole thing.
almost always playing a QB spy.
Yeah, but the fact that there was no real pressure on the quarterback, and you let Penix tear you apart.
250.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. The Bills are going to come back after the bye week, and this is, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say this. This is a must-win.
That is a road game against Carolina where, side note, we dropped like 42 on them.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean the Patriots. So you ought to drop at least that much or something close to it.
I'm going to say that. They have to drop at least 35, and it has to be a statement win.
Because you need to get the footing back underneath you, because for the Bills, it doesn't get any easier.
No, because here's the thing. They go right against Kansas City, which I hope, and I'm really hoping Allen keeps the team focused. We need to beat Carolina, then it's on to Kansas City. Because then you got a little stretch with Miami.
Yep.
Then you have, Tampa Bay?
Home game. So the Kansas City game is a home game. Miami's down in Miami.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay game is at home. Then you've got a road game against the Texans, road game against the Steelers, home game against the Bengals, road game against New England, road game against the Cleveland, home game against Philly, and then you've got a home game against the Jets.
Yeah, so they do have a winnable stretch here to get them in the playoffs. But I'm just going to say this right now. They needed to get it together. And we have said this before. When they start hearing that hype that, they're untouchable, they're Super Bowl winners, X, Y, and Z, they always drop their level of intensity.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened here. So whatever McDermott has to do to get the team refocused, you have 2 weeks. Carolina has to be a statement win, and you need to punch Kansas City in the mouth. If they don't win those two, then I have real pause for concern.
And I know everyone's kind of taking a dump on Miami, but Miami always plays Buffalo tough.
Oh, exactly. I will say this, unless they fire McDaniel beforehand,
right,
that could be the only thing that throws everything off.
Could be.
If McDaniel's still head coach there, and depending on what happens to the draft, the trade deadline, because I hear Waddle's now available.
Yeah, I've heard some rumblings.
So depending on what they do at the draft time, like the Bills might be able to catch them, but I'm going to say this. They got Tampa Bay. That's not going to be an easy game.
Tampa Bay's going to play them real tough.
Yeah, so they have a solid stretch, but that back half, with the exception of Philadelphia, and New England, they got some winnable games. So they need to beat the tough teams to really say, "Hey, we're true Super Bowl contenders."
New England in early December, in the middle of December. That's might not be much passing in that game.
No, but I think the Bills are going to have a different look to them. I just think, because I think that they're going to understand Drake May's the real deal and give him the proper respect they should have gave him the first week. the first time they played them.
You're not wrong.
I digress. No table smashing about this one.
Yeah.
But hit us up on the hashtag ODPH pod, because obviously week 6 gave a ton of headlines. How is your team doing? Bills Mafia, we can chat about the team. I'm more than happy to. Patriots Nation, pads available 24/7 to talk.
True.
So definitely have to catch up, because Locks and Leaps is catching up, is heating up as well, because Pad is tied in first place with Caleb from Brody Sports Talk and Matt from Hops Geeks News.
I am inevitable.
Yeah, so we definitely have a lot of storylines. I got to remember to post a graphic on our Facebook page, so that's what you should be following. Like, share, and subscribe. Do the whole thing. But that all said, let's talk about it. You know where to find us, but we're going to get a quick breakout. We'll be right back.
Do you like comic books?
What about movies and TV shows?
Well, we may be the show for you.
We're Hops Geek News, a weekly podcast that discusses comics, movies, and TV shows while featuring a beer of the week.
Every week we chat about what we messed up on the week before, and then we dive into what we're reading and watching, as well as some news.
We then wrap it up with a geek-themed topic of the week.
You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts by searching Hops Geek News.
Cheers.
The content you are listening to is part of the Nerd Initiative Podcast Network. For more info about the home of pop culture positivity, be sure to check out nerdinitiative.com.
Coming back for another segment on this edition of the ODPH podcast. Time to talk a little pro wrestling.
Oh, baby.
This past weekend in Perth, Australia was WWE Crown Jewel 2025, a premium live event that kind of was a night of champions, if you will.
Almost.
How they had it set up was the main event between the Raw brand champion and the SmackDown brand champion. But it also had a lot of other noteworthy moments happening that trickled into their Monday Night Raw show.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So, Pat, let's break down the card and what transpired after.
So, yeah, this was in Perth, Western Australia, at the RAC Arena. And I got to admit, I could get used to 8 a.m. Pay-per-views. This was, and Monday Night Raw. Boy, this was beautiful. Show opened up, though, as to no one's surprise, with Bronson Reed taking on Roman Reigns in an Australian street fight, and you had Bronson Reed emerge victorious, winning in 21 minutes even.
A much-needed win.
Yeah.
A much-needed win. If you're really going to push Bronson Reed, and they should, they needed to have him go over Roman. Because otherwise, what are we doing here?
Pretty much.
Because the whole quote-unquote vision, you need to have somebody really make a statement win, and that is something that they absolutely needed to solidify. So to say, very solid match. I mean, the street fight is what it is.
Yeah.
But this is one that got the crowd amped up, and then, now there's a little break in the whole new-old bloodline with the Usos and Roman.
Yep.
I mean, I think this ultimately goes towards the main event, Jey Uso heel turn.
Probably. That's where signs are pointing.
And you know what? I'm all right with this.
Yeah, no, I am too.
Because I think, unfortunately, the yeet movement is fading away fast.
Yeah. You can only do it for so long.
Well, that's the whole thing.
It's good in spurts.
Well, you think about when the underdog champion finally gets the belt, and then what do you do? And then, they took it off. Granted, I thought they took it off him too soon, but they did what they did. And then now it's like, what are you going to do with him? And I think a heel run for him. Let's see what he's got, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Next up was Stephanie Vaquer, the women's world champion, taking on Tiffany Stratton, the women's champion, for the 2025 Crown Jewel Championship, and emerging victorious in 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Winning via pinfall was Stephanie Vaquer.
Very solid match.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this went by a little fast, though.
I think it could have used maybe a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
I was fine with it, but I was just like, oh, hey, it's over.
I'm going to say this. I would not mind seeing this ran back at Mania.
No.
I think give them time, let them work. I think, like I said, that's the only knock I'm going to have about this match.
Yeah.
It was way too fast.
Yes.
So that being said, not mad at the call.
No.
I mean, obviously, it's not for a belt. It's just for bragging rights, but The Cure is really ascending in the card right now. Stratton the loss doesn't hurt her at all.
No.
I think they kind of need to figure out what they're doing with her character. I think she's kind of lost in the shuffle, even as weird as it says as being a champion. But they need to kind of figure out what's going on. And like I say, I'm not doubting they run this back at Mania.
Probably.
I'm just going to say this right now.
Then next up, you had in a singles matchup for the last time ever, John Cena defeated AJ Styles, winning via pinfall in 27 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm going to say it right now. Match of the year.
It's in that talk.
Match of the goddamn year.
The fact they gave him time.
Yep.
And these are two masters of the craft.
If you haven't seen anything from this match, watch the intro Alicia Taylor gave AJ Styles. That was confirmed, handwritten by Cena himself. Fantastic intro. But then you had the loving homage Cena's been doing his last couple of matches because he can't wrestle everybody he would like to before he retires here in December. So he started taking some of their moves and doing homages. I've got a list here. In case you didn't see, not composed by me. I found this on Reddit. Cena did Mrs. Skull Crushing Finale, Rusev's Accolade, Chris Jericho's Walls of Jericho, and they called it the Walls of Jericho on TV.
That was interesting.
Which threw me for a loop. He did Bray Wyatt's sister Abigail, which was probably
a moment.
Oh my God, probably my favorite moment of the entire card. Hit sister Abigail. AJ Styles kicks out, and then kudos to the folks in attendance down in Australia, lit their fireflies, their phones, and then started singing Bray Wyatt's theme song. Oh, just chef's kiss. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. Did the second rope DDT from Randy Orton. Did the goddamn RKO, which I didn't see coming. Tried a punt, didn't work. He did the Kane Undertaker chokeslam. Also did the Tombstone Pile Driver. Tried to do a pedigree and a 619. Didn't get one of those. Let's be honest. If anybody can't do a 619, it's Cena. Just physically, as big as he is. It's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
Styles, though. Styles got in on this because Styles started doing some moves. He did Sting's Scorpion Death Drop. He pulled out Samoa Joe's Coquina Clutch. He did Christopher Daniels' Angel Wings. He did, depending on who you talk to, he did Adam Page's Deadeye or Frankie Kazarian's Fade to Black. He did the Attitude Adjustment from Cena. And then, oh, by the way, he tuned up the band with a little sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels.
I mean, it was an amazing showcase for both of them because it was announced over this weekend that AJ Styles is retiring in 2026.
Yep.
He's not doing the farewell tour like Cena is, but you know what?
Yeah.
I think he wants to go out on his own terms.
Hello, TNA. He's getting a run.
Well, I'm going to say this. I don't know if he's necessarily going to do TNA.
He might make an appearance.
I don't doubt him making an appearance. I will say this. I think maybe at Mania.
Could
That's
be.
it. And you know what? If he wants to leave then, I'm fine with that.
Could be.
If he wants to leave later, that's up to him. Because I think his contract runs out in April. So,
yeah, maybe.
But either way, this is a fantastic match. If this is it, this is it. For Cena now, 4 more days.
4 more dates, yeah. He's got, and we know the last one is the Saturday night's main event show in December, and then another one is
War Games.
War Games, yeah. So we'll see what happens with those.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of speculation going on right now. I know there's a lot of. Yeah,
that's the rumor.
That's, if it's Gunther, I'm okay with. I have no issue with.
Yeah.
I'm going to just make a bold statement that I think Survivor Series is Adam Copeland one time.
Oh.
I think this, and I hope that the powers that be involved with both WWE and AEW just listen, let it happen one night.
Maybe.
If you
There's
really
a lot of rumblings about Jericho, so yeah, never say never on him.
Jericho's there too, but I think at this stage,
well, there's talk that his contract with AEW is coming to an end, and he just announced the folks that are appearing at his next Wrestle Cruise.
Yeah,
noticeably absent anyone from AEW. Now that could be a scheduling thing. That could be we got to figure out dates and see who can get there when. But as of right now, as of this recording, 0 folks from AEW.
Well, like I say, I think he'll still add as he goes, but it's still a long way to go. But I think with Cena retiring, obviously one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest, you have to give him that respect, and you have to kind of say, who do you want? And if he really heart of hearts wants to wrestle Copeland, I'm sure that if Tony is a true fan at heart, which he is, I think that maybe he'll say, listen, one night I'll let you out, you go over there, do what you're going to do, then come back. And you know what, I think if he does, I think that would be such a goodwill gesture. I think that you'd pull some fans into AEW.
There's a way they could get the message there without being obnoxious.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. I think as long as they did that, I think it'd be fine. And you know what, I think Triple H maybe would be more open to it. Maybe. I mean, it just depends if it makes business sense.
Yeah.
But I will say, though, if it's Gunther, I'm okay with it. I'd love it for it to be the open challenge, and it's Kurt Angle.
That'd be amazing.
Or maybe Kurt Angle's in the back and said, like, I always knew you had it in you or something, and walks away. Like, does something kind of cool like that.
That'd be good.
I'd be okay with that.
Next up was the tag team match where Io Sky and Rhea Ripley defeated the Kabuki Warriors in Asuka and Kairi Sane, winning via pinfall in 19 minutes 55 seconds.
I mean, solid match.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really to write home about.
It was a solid match. It was a group of competitors that could follow up Cena and Styles and put on a good match.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously building the story. I mean, Asuka's heel turn is going over very well.
Holy cow.
I mean, they took out Rhea on Monday, so,
Yep.
I mean, they're setting up for some good things. Maybe they're doing War Games. I don't know.
I can't think of who else they would do on the women's side of things that would make sense.
Well, that's the whole thing. They would need to bring in the Judgment Day and Roxanne and Raquel. If they did that, then you go, I don't know.
Do you bring in Liv on Team Rhea and Io because she's so pissed at what Raquel and Roxanne have done?
I would. I mean, a storyline
It's a
purpose.
hell of a twist.
It's a crazy twist, but if Liv is good to go, then yeah, I would. I'd do it. I mean,
I'm all right with it.
I'd throw a curve in there that you're not expecting because, I mean, otherwise, I don't know necessarily how you do the War Games without this. So
Right. And then your main event was the singles match for the 2025 Crown Jewel Championship on the men's side, where Seth freaking Rollins defeated Cody Rhodes in 29 minutes and 40 seconds via pinfall.
Well, great match. I mean, obviously, two of the best to do it. So you knew they've obviously had a lot of chemistry together, but this is the right call to make with Rollins winning.
Yeah.
Albeit, though,
Might be injured.
rumor has it he took a very bad shoulder injury during this match. I think I know where.
Well, yeah, the idiot decided to do the headbutt coast to coast.
Yeah, and which...
Sorry, it looked cool. Risky as all hell.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this. I understand about doing the headbutt from the top rope.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who's done it has always had some injury of some sort.
Yep.
So it's not worth it. And so now they had to really pivot the storyline with the Vision because
And of course, everyone's now going, is it real? Is he kayfabing us again?
no, I think this is real.
No, I do too.
I don't think there's any messing around. I think because Rollins came out, and granted, they've been teasing him and Heyman have been having problems with the Vision. And now he cut the promo where he kind of said, I don't need the Vision. And that set off Braun Breaker. And they sped things up because at the end of Monday Night Raw.
It was a triple threat for the number one contender.
Yep.
CM Punk won. Shocking.
Yes.
I'm not against it, but I'm like, okay, logistically it made sense.
Well, I think that they're planning on doing him and Rollins. But unfortunately, whatever the severity of Rollins' shoulder, I think this is why they sped up the breakup of the Vision.
Yep.
They're going to need somebody to take the place.
Yep.
Breaker takes out everybody. And he basically says to Bronson, "Are you with me or are you not?" Mm-hmm. And Bronson goes with him, which is the right call.
Tsunami.
Mm-hmm. And then they go to Heyman, and then Heyman
looks like he wants to crap himself.
Yeah, but he makes the right call too. And you know what? This is the right call.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, is it early?
Seth has never needed a manager.
Right. I mean, I think it's cool that you paired them together, but this really didn't do anything, I think, for Seth per se.
It made sense when he kind of did in his early Authority days because it was his first time being heel on the main roster. He doesn't need a manager. He doesn't need a Paul Heyman type.
Yeah, see, I think this is smart for Heyman to go with Breaker and Bronson.
Yeah.
The only question I have is Breaker going to lead this faction, or is there another wrestler that's going to step in that Rollins' role? Because I have an idea who's going to do it.
I think it might not necessarily be Braun is leading it. I think it's like, hey, let's work together on this. Because we had the whole leader thing. He screwed us over. Why would we do it again?
See my thing? Okay. I think it's Cody Rhodes.
Ooh.
I think Cody has been itching to go heel for a little bit.
Okay.
Reasons have it to force him to do it.
Okay.
Why not?
I mean,
that shakes everything up.
Could happen Friday.
It could happen Friday. That's why I say Friday we're really going to have to watch because they're going to have to start setting up some plans for what's coming up.
Yeah.
I would not doubt it. And you know what? Honestly, if you want to set something up like that, perfect way to do it. So I am not objecting to this one bit if they decide to. I mean, could they find somebody else? Could this be main event Jey Uso? Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Got a little bit of time because their next PLE is the end of November with Survivor Series.
War Games.
In between that, you've got Halloween Havoc for the folks at NXT, and then you've got the Saturday night's main event in the first week of November.
Yeah, so I mean, like I say, I think this makes sense to start pairing it up because you want to start building your War Games teams early. Because otherwise, unless they want to go super, super wild and make it the Wyatt 6 versus Solo Sikoa's squad.
Oh yeah, his Bloodline 2.0.
Yeah, if they want to do that, listen.
The face paint on those dudes.
They took it back to New Japan on this one. Like, I was not mad about this.
No,
because that's how they used to come out as the Gorillas of Destiny. I was fine, but the fact that they had Hikuleo and Jeff Cobb come in that way, or was it JC Mateo?
JC Mateo, yeah.
I'm always going to remember it's Jeff Cobb. So bear with that. But like I say, there's a lot of storylines going on there. A great weekend of wrestling, too. Bound for Glory was a very solid show for TNA.
What is it? Their most attended Bound for Glory ever?
Yep, over 7,000 in attendance. Mike Santana is your world champion. Long overdue. Love Mike. I think he's another one that's vastly underrated for what he does.
Yeah.
I will say there was one hiccup, though, we can't ignore.
Okay.
The ending of Leon Slater and Javon Evans.
Oh, yeah.
They dropped the ball there.
Yeah.
And whether it's WWE influence, whatever the case is, that's the only complaint I will have about that show. After watching that match finally.
Yeah.
That should have been match of the year, but that ending completely took it out of contention.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to see this ran back. Hell, let Leon and Javon in Money in the Bank and let them go.
Ooh.
That I'm going to put that karma out there. Like, I think that show is amazing. The Dudleys were tired at it.
Yeah.
So, bittersweet moment there. But TNA has always put on great events. Bound for Glory was in that conversation. Albeit, though, like I say, I don't like some of the endings to the matches. But it is what it is.
Sure.
And then, obviously, NXT is building up for Halloween Havoc. Super interesting storylines happening.
Oh, yeah.
So, I would say this. I would not doubt that that's Trick Williams' last ride.
Could be.
Before he gets the call up.
Could be.
But also keep in mind, too, we haven't seen Obafemi on TV in a while.
No, but I know who he's been wrestling on the old circuit lately. Omos.
You know what? I'm not mad about that at all.
Oh, baby.
But I would say this. If you want to put somebody on the Vision, put Oba.
Okay.
And listen, that faction nobody's messing with. Okay. No, that's the future of the business right there. Nobody's even coming close.
No.
So
not coming. They're not coming without some help.
No, definitely not. So a lot of storylines coming in WWE right now. So I mean, it's kind of giving some hope to what Survivor Series is going to be. We'll have to wait and see about that.
Yeah, got a little bit of time. About a month and a half.
Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for that, and definitely hit us up on that hashtag ODPH Pod. Crown Jewel is in the books. What was your thoughts on it? Did you watch TNA Bound for Glory? Over 7,000 in attendance. They were raving about it, complaining about what happened to Evans and Slater too. But we can definitely discuss that. NXT, even AEW. I mean, I have not watched lately. I know that they have a pay-per-view coming in this week, but that's why I watch Wrestling Night Live every Thursday night on Nerd Initiative YouTube, and Rich and Sammy will be breaking that down at some point over the weekend. I don't know if they have a pre-show extravaganza, as Rich says, but they'll be talking about Wrestle Dream coming up this weekend because it's taking place on Sunday. So definitely be watching that. So that said, hit us up, let us know when we're break, and we're out.
Hey, this is Scott Snyder, and you better listen to the ODPH podcast, or I'm coming for you, and Batman is coming for you.
Coming back for the final segment on this edition of the ODPH podcast. Pad, what you got?
Got into just the one thing, and that is the local minute. Of course, the hockey season has started here in Binghamton, and looking at the standings for the Federal Prospects Hockey League. Still early, but hey, it's worth looking at. First place, you've got the Topeka Scarecrows sitting in first place with 6 points. Port Huron Prowlers are also right up there. They're in second place with 6 points. Binghamton Black Bears, though, third place with 5 points. Then you've got the Watertown Wolves in fourth place with just 1 point. Blue Ridge Bobcats in fifth with no points. Danbury Hat Tricks in sixth place with no points. And then the Indiana Sentinels in last place with no points. Looking at the Black Bears schedule from this past week, because the season did kick off last week, incredible banner raising ceremony here locally at the arena. Great crowd turnout from what I saw online. Binghamton ended up winning that game 5-4 in overtime.
Nice.
Then they went on the road to play Watertown, where they won by the final score of 7-3. So looking ahead, they got a couple games this weekend. First of which is on Friday, October 17th, 7 o'clock Eastern. That it'll be against the Danbury Hat Tricks. Should note that the game this upcoming Friday is Breast Cancer Awareness Night. So definitely have some stuff going on there for that. Then they've got a road game Saturday, October 18th, 7 o'clock Eastern against Danbury. And then that will be their only games for the weekend. So for more tickets, information, all that good stuff, BinghamtonBlackBears.com.
It's a great time to start talking hockey, unless you're a Rangers fan right now, because we can't win at home.
We can't score at home.
No. As you know, if you're new to the ODPH, first and foremost, thank you for listening this long. We definitely do appreciate it. We are a very, very biased New York Rangers podcast when it comes to hockey, and the fact that our team cannot win at home and has the unhistoric record of being shut out in their first 3 home games of a season.
NHL record. NHL history.
Yeah, it's not a good sign. It's not a good look, but it's still a long way to go for hockey. So definitely they have to start standing the puck up when they come home and start doing some stuff. However, in the other games that they have played, they've looked okay. So I can't complain too much about that. Baseball-wise, the Yankees are eliminated, so there's really not too much to talk about, except Seattle is pulling off the miracle and beating the sugar cookies out of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Fuck the Blue Jays.
Yeah, which I can't.
I got no issue that the Blue Jays eliminated the Yankees. Hey, the Blue Jays have had the Yankees number all season. But the way I'm not painting
Mr. Guerrero Jr.
Well, Guerrero Jr. I'm getting solace in the fact that he's crapping the bed, as it were.
Yes.
But no, some of the Blue Jays fans, not all, are being a little full of themselves, if I may.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, you have a little taste of success and you're running crazy, but you haven't realized that Seattle wants this worse than you do.
Go Mariners.
And they are playing like that. Mm-hmm. So that's something they have to keep in mind, and obviously they'll have to figure it out as they go. Yeah. So there's not too much to talk about on that side of the baseball. I mean, obviously Dodgers are doing Dodgers things.
Two game nothing lead over the Brewers. Yamamoto had a gem last night.
Yeah, so hopefully Seattle can pull it off and punch out the Dodgers. Because let's face it, when a franchise like that loses, we all win. I mean, because the dynasty thing in baseball is never healthy for anybody. Even when the Yankees have done, 3 in a row, 4 in a row.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see, them be that dominant, but at the same time to mix it up like this.
Yeah.
I think definitely helps.
Yeah.
And then we're 1 week away from the NBA tip-off because opening night is Tuesday, October 21st. Which, I mean, obviously opening night's going to be an interesting one. Houston at Oklahoma City and Golden State at L.A. Who knows what to expect, but it's great to see the NBA back. The Knicks should win it all this year. If they're not going to, I don't know what they're going to wind up doing. Granted, the Giannis sweepstakes is still up and running.
Yep.
Which I'll believe when I see it. I understand why Milwaukee does not want to trade him, but at the same time, it's like, what are you doing with him?
I just need something else to start in the NBA because, the only thing I've been paying attention to with the NBA is the Kawhi Leonard aspiration thing with Pablo Torre, which, if you haven't listened, there are now 6 parts of that out on his podcast, including he dropped an episode yesterday that was an hour-and-a-half conversation with Mark Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
I need something else to start because that is taking up way too much of my attention.
Yeah, so obviously when the games start rocking and rolling, it'll be great. We'll obviously be talking about him next week on the show. Because obviously when the NBA is back, it's always a good time, except nobody really starts playing, in my opinion, until Christmas Day.
Listen, the only thing I'm excited for with the NBA,
yes, coming back to NBC.
The theme is coming back, baby.
I'm all in for that because we need something to do in between football and pro wrestling because that's what we do here. But that's why we talk a parlay of topics each and every week here on the ODPH Network. We will have some stuff out from New York Comic Con in the upcoming week or so. I have to go edit it up. And obviously we have a lot to recap in the land of movies, TV, comics, and more. So definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button because that is it for this week. So for the one and only Padawan J.
Fuck the Astros.
I'm your host, Ken M. Thank you for listening to the sports edition of the ODPH podcast. We'll see you next time.
It's such waste of time, swiping left and swiping right on people you could know. 'Cause anyone who's worth a damn be worth way more than a picture could ever show. You could find the right light, find the right angle, and never find your soul. And it can feel like a losing battle, and this plot is full of holes. This modern way of finding love just makes me feel so alone. And I can't be the only one sick of staring at my phone. So look up, talk to me, a better way to spend our energy. Just look up, talk to me. We don't have to float alone on the open sea. Don't know that I believe in the old time fable. Everyone has just one true love. All I know is you're across this table, and you're all I'm thinking of. So look up, talk to me, a better way to spend our energy. Just look up, talk to me. We don't have to float alone on the open sea. Talk to me. It's such waste of time, swiping left and swiping right on people you could know. Whoa.